targets. They got, oh, mortgage. You got a dead pledge. No, I am.
So I spent all summer by the pool and in the sun with my natural hair this year.
Yes.
No weave, nothing extra. So I noticed that in my skin getting darker, my hair was getting lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Around the edges it would get a little blonde,
Yeah,
and eventually it got sandy,
Get sandy.
and it gets pale.
Yeah.
And then to me that was the definition of black. It gets pale, it gets a little lighter, not
It's black.
darker.
Black
It's
is-
baconing,
it's
it's
called black.
blackening. And that's what made sense.
That's what black.
For most
black.
people who would look at black, they would be confused as to how black could be pale or how black could be shiny or
Now-
any of the other definitions
now-
of black when they don't know how to apply it to anything other than a color.
Yes. And now this is third grade again, right? Third grade, when they're teaching art, little children, they will give them primary colors, and then they will tell them very clearly and distinctly, white and black are not part of the primary color spectrum. They're technically not considered colors at all.
Wow.
But we say that to give them a reference point. And what do these so-called scholars keep on saying? That it's a color and it means Afrocentricity. Do you see the incompetence? Hold on. Do you understand? Third grade again, so we deal with grammar and basic art. It's amazing, more than amazing, you know, and they reject knowledge as if it's attacking them. And then wonder why the rest of the world don't take us serious. And it's unfair to the rest of the world. And they get tired
It does attack them.
they get tired of dealing with us, dealing with our BS.
It attacks everything that they believe. It attacks everything that they fight for, everything that they base their lives around until now. Until the truth hits them and they have a reason to look elsewhere and stop questioning the things that they hate so much. They stop questioning, why do I have to go to work? They stop questioning, why do I have to be taxed? Just like Morpheus said in The Matrix, all those things that make you itch or question in the back of your mind that you aren't really supposed to be doing is for a reason, because you're really not supposed to be doing it. There's something wrong with every single one of those systems, and until you figure that out, until you get your medicine, until you take your red or blue pill, you'll never know. You'll just be stuck in the matrix with the next person. It's crazy.
And this is where, and we will make sure that we get you a dictionary on the College Dictionary on the English language. And then it has the appendix in the back where you can look up the etymology, and then it'll send, just like this will tell you old Middle English derived from Old High German, Black, etc. And then you would go into the appendix and it would tell you pale and shining. So words mean what they mean. They don't mean ebonics, what you want to make it to be, since you're too lazy to study the discipline, because culture isn't a language, and you want to make things up because you're lazy or you don't have books, and then make it be what you want to be, and then start teaching it to the children and call it legitimate. And this is what they keep doing to our children, making things worse.
They do it with every song that they don't know the lyrics to. You ever hear somebody completely murder a song?
Yeah.
They sing it, and they'll tell you that that's what the lyrics are, because that's what they hear.
Yes.
That's not the lyrics though.
Exactly.
That's just what you hear.
Yeah.
And they go teaching this as if it's the word, and it's just what you hear.
Exactly. And remember the etymon. So let's just state this so that the listeners can kind of understand what we're talking about, because we don't want to talk around them. We want them to really understand why we're passionately making these statements to redeem them. Because we want them to know that we're not appealing to any clubism or competing. We're trying to educate them so that they can reason, intelligence, common sense on facts, not emotions and beliefs or biases. All right? Now I want you to read this too. So put that down for a minute. And see, right here, where my thumb is, that's etymon. And of course, etymology is up there. So you're going to read etymon, then you're going to read etymology.
Okay.
All right?
Etymon, the true literal sense of a word. Etymology, the original root or primitive word, also its original signification or root meaning. And then we have,
Now, just right there, just right there, you know and I know when you present basic third grade etymon degree to most of our people, they don't even know what etymon is. Now, just do an intelligent analysis. If most of our people don't know what an etymon is, and you're reading what it is, do you understand why most of our people are declared that they can't read, or that they're educated illiterates, and they get insulted because they can pronounce words ebonically, and they swear they can read, and don't even know the science of language, which is right there? Is that universal or is that biased?
universal.
All right, now read etymology.
Etymology, the true account and analysis of a word. The true literal sense of a word. True logos, description. Okay, then it has several bullets in definition. Number one, it says the origin and development of a word, tracing a word back as far as possible, generally by methods of comparative linguistics. Number two, an account of this. In this dictionary, etymologies are given in brackets following the part of speech label. 3. The branch of linguistics that deals with the origin and development of words. 4. In grammar, the division which treats of various inflections and modifications of words and shows how they are formed from their simple root.
Without going any further, isn't that an education in itself? It even tells you how to read a dictionary, and most people don't even know. So if you ask them the etymology or the etymology brackets, the part of speech, they pause because it's not on the surface of their knowledge, is it? So if you give our people contracts and stuff like that, even a mortgage, most of them think that they're buying something and that they're owning something, don't they? Don't they? Read mortgage. And this is just an example that we're showing where our people can't read. And even how our communities are constantly being gentrified. Mortgage, and then part of speech and break it down.
Mortgage. You said the part of speech and break it down also?
Yeah.
Mortgage, a noun. So it says OF, so Old French. Mortgage, mortgage, literal, I guess literal, dead pledge. Mort.
Dead pledge, doesn't it?
Yep.
Dead pledge.
Yeah.
How many people in our community got mortgage contracts and don't even know it's a dead pledge? Contracts dead and they themselves are the pledge. And then the European come back and gentrify the community and they want to talk about racism. And I mortgage, I own it. It's a dead pledge. It can't damn read. Do you understand the problem that we have? Now, see where etymology has its role? And half our people will sit up and argue with you about what they believe and talk about what they own. Do you understand?
It says mortgage deed, a deed given by way of mortgage. But once you know what a mortgage is,
It's a dead pledge.
A deed given away by dead pledge.
Now, isn't Philadelphia being gentrified faster than any place in the country? And aren't they stealing people's houses left and right, and we're the main targets? They got, mortgage. You got a dead pledge. No, more. You got a dead pledge. Contract was dead, and you're the pledge, and we come and taking your sharecropping stuff. You're being thrown off. They don't even know it's a sharecropping agreement. Do you understand? And we try to educate them, and the black leaders start talking about that more stuff that get them in trouble. You see the problem that we have?
Who's going to get in trouble? Them.
For dealing with logic and facts. In other words, like this, you can't, what they're trying to say is don't talk back to the slave master.
Right.
Don't rock the boat.
That's exactly what they're saying.